This is our makeshift kidding pen. It's just our super hutch that we normally don't have any panels in front of. It's just for everyone to use and to serve as a wind block. But we cut a cattle panel, or whatever it is technically, into 3 pieces and clip them together. So the front, so we can open it here to get to that one, here to get to that one, and then each one is clipped to the sides. So they have their own little water buckets on each side, food buckets, and hay racks, which are actually under cabinet racks that are just off Amazon. And when they're against a panel in the back, they can reach through and pull and not waste a bunch of hay. And then Sprout just got a little stool for him to play on, so he's enjoying that. The kids can actually run back and forth in the back there. That's not flush with this side, so they can run back and forth and play with each other. And there's Mac running around, feeling a lot better today. His mama cleaned up his face pretty good. But so now that the kids are big enough to kind of stay on their own, run away from bigger goats if they need to, and now that we've put up the panels on the sides of the barn to block off the gaps where we know they would get out, or we watch them get out because we let them out. We've been letting them out at night while we're out here milking to play. And then yeah, so we're ready to take this down soon and let them become part of the herd.
Alright, so what we did is, again, we're just making sure that we fill all the gaps in so that the kids don't escape. Goat kids don't escape. So we just I just tacked up a couple of boards. I tacked up one here because there was a gap. I tacked up one over there. Now this fence doesn't look, or gate or enclosure does not look fancy, but the great thing about it is it was free. These are all the sides are basically pallets. So we were doing a construction project for a new barn for the cows, and so we had a bunch of stuff come in, and so a lot of them came on pallets, and so we piled them all up in a big pile, and we were just going to burn them, and haven't gotten to them yet. But we were looking to make this enclosure, and you know, I'm a spendthrift. I don't like to spend a lot of money, and so I took some bits and pieces of it and pieced this together, and it's held up pretty well. And the goats aren't too hard on it, so it's great. make sure the goats can't get out.
Kids.
The kids, right. The goats are big enough, but there's small gaps in our pen that we're just trying to shore up, because kids are pretty small and they're pretty good at getting out into tiny places. So we're just putting up a couple of boards because there's a little gap in between our gate in here. So it's not anything that's on fences and equipment.
Compared to cows.
Compared to cows. My background is obviously cows. So they're a different animal. And so they're not as hard. Now, if you're comparing to like a cat or something, yeah, they're a little bit harder on fences than a cat or a dog. But yeah. I'm not a professional carpenter by any means, but I make stuff work. So need a couple more screws. All right, so we just kind of shut the gap in the gate here. So we
Can you step back?
So we just attached a couple of boards onto that to shut the gap so the kids won't get out. And I think it'll do the trick.
Nice Pinky. We'll let you out in a minute, girl. A ladybug. You protecting your baby? Sprinky? Yeah. Every time she comes out, that's the first thing she does. Max doing fine today. Nursing, running around, being a mama's boy, playing.
He looks all handsome too. His mama kind of cleaned his face up a little more. I wonder if he'll make the jump.
He's thinking about it.
Not yet.
Ellie makes the jump.